Good evening, everyone. How are you all doing today? All good? I hope everybody is revised and come for the class. Very nice. Let's start. Yes, Anurag, you were there for my last class.
Yes, miss.
Can you tell me the name of the chapter?
Miss, element.
Which element? कब आवाज आ रही है पेजेस की अभी? हाँ, फटाफट पेज टर्न हो रहा है. Remember, Anurag, name of the chapter?
No, miss.
You've revised what we did in the last class? Yes or no?
No, no, miss.
No. Okay. Who else has not revised? Quickly raise your hands, please. Raise your hands quickly, please. Those who have not revised what we've done in the last class. जल्दी जल्दी टाइम वेस्ट मत करो. Only 4 students. बाकी सब पढ़ कर आए हैं. 5. अभी क्या slowly slowly 1 by 1 नंबर बढ़ेगा. 6, 7, 8, 9. We are not learning numbers. Quickly do it. What are you feeling happy of not studying and coming to the class, huh? लास्ट लेक्चर ही बोला था होमवर्क नहीं दूंगी ऑन वन कंडीशन दैट यू स्टडी एंड कम. एक आंसर लर्न नहीं करने होता है. कितना टाइम लगता था उस आंसर को पढ़ने में? 5 मिनट्स. अभी और किसी का हाथ ऊपर आना बाकी है कि सब बाकी सबका हो गया? लास्ट टाइम आई एम आस्किंग बिकॉज आई हैव इनफ टाइम इन द वर्ल्ड टू आस्क एवरीवन. सो प्लीज मेक श्योर यू आर टेलिंग मी बिफोर ओनली. अच्छा अभी एक और है. अच्छा अभी और कितना पूरा लेक्चर जाएगा तुम्हारा हाथ ऊपर आने को? फिजिकली भी नहीं करना है. Let me note down the names quickly. Okay. और कोई है? Slow and steady. ठीक है. So these students, last time, please don't do it again. Last time बोल रही हूँ. अभी तुम्हारा होमवर्क ये होगा कि यही आंसर को जो मैंने तुमको बोला था Dobereiner's law of triads, you will write 2 times and come. This will be for your past week's homework, and what I'll be teaching today, that homework you will do and come for the next class. All right, everyone? Yes, let me check those who have studied have actually studied or not. So वो भी check करना पड़ेगा ना. I have taken the screenshot of all the names who have not done, so please make sure you do it. Yes, Shubham. Shubham, can you tell me the name of the chapter?
Periodic signification of elements.
Very good. Can you define what are elements, Shubham, for me?
In a trade, atomic mean of
Shubham,
middle.
element का definition.
अच्छा element का
Element is a type of
element. Yeah, element is a type of
matter.
Element is a type of matter which changes from one generation to another.
मारूंगी एक सब मिक्स कर रहा है. चल Dobereiner's law of triad.
याद है. He arranged chemically similar elements in the increasing order of their of their atomic masses in
Very
a
good.
third point in a group of three known as a Dobriner traits.
Very good. Abhi wait. Um, Reyansh Mehta. Yes, Reyansh, can you unmute yourself? Reyansh, you were there for my last class?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Reyansh, you were there for my last class?
Yes, ma'am.
So can you tell me what was the last point in Dobriner's law of triads?
Last point. Calcium, strontium, and that barium one.
What was happening in a triad? In a triad, the atomic mass.
Atomic mass of middle chemical element is appropriately the mean of approximately the mean of atomic masses of other two elements.
Okay, very good. And Mahi, you are correct. Purva, can you define what are elements?
Yes, miss. Element is a type of matter which is composed of only one type of substance.
Very good. Riddhi, can you tell me how elements are classified as?
Yes, miss. Elements are classified into three types: metals, non-metals, and metalloids.
Very good. So rest of you, I have confirmed that you all have studied and come. Jisne nahi kiya hai, please write it 2 times and show it to me in the next class before I ask you. Okay. So let's begin today quickly. Is the screen visible, everyone? Okay. So in the last class, in this chapter called as periodic classification of elements, we spoke about what are elements, how elements are classified, and Dobriner's law of triads. And we also learned the limitations that Dobriner's law of classification could not be continued. So we'll today study about the next scientist, which was in the year 1866. He was an English scientist. His name is John Newlands. What's the name of the scientist? John Newlands. Just like Dobriner did, he also arranged the elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses. If you observe, everyone was taking the base as the same. Newlands also arranged all the elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses, and then he studied the properties of the first lightest element, which was hydrogen, and then he ended up with thorium. Let's see how he studied the elements. These are the elements which were known to Newlands, not along this also, along with that many more. I hope everybody knows first 20 elements because we have already studied first 20 elements last year. If not, do not worry. This year also I'll teach you again. But this is the list of elements which were known to Newlands. He first arranged the elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses. What's the first point? Newlands arranged the elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses. After arranging the elements, what did he observe? He observed that the atomic mass of the properties, he studied the properties. In the properties, when he took the first element, which is hydrogen, or hydrogen ke baad jo 8th element tha, let's see what is the 8th element here. If hydrogen is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and 8th. What's the 8th element? Which is the 8th element after hydrogen? Which is the 8th element you can see? F. What does F stands for? Yes, Anurag, correct. What does F stands for, others? No, F stands for fluorine. Fe stands for iron. Don't get confused. F stands for fluorine, Fe stands for iron. So when he checked the properties of the first and the 8th element were similar, so he placed sodium below hydrogen because उन दोनों का property same था. After hydrogen, next element कौन है? Li. What does Li stands for? What does Li stands for? Very good, Sahil. It is lithium. Yes, Ankita, correct. अभी lithium से अगर मैं count करूं तो 8th element कौन सा आएगा? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Very good, Sahil. Na. What does Na stands for? Sodium. Very good. So sodium had properties similar to that of hydrogen. I'm sorry. Sodium had properties similar to that of lithium because lithium से count करेंगे तो वो 8th element है. So sodium को place किया below lithium. In this way he made his table. And what did he found out in the table? The properties of every 8th element was similar to that of the first. Property of every 8th element was similar to that of the first. Or you can say the properties were repeating at the interval of 8. So in Newland's law of octaves, this is how the table looked like. Now this person, Newland, was a great fond of music, great lover of music. I'm pretty sure everyone sitting here likes music, right? Anybody has learned music? Anybody's been to music classes? If yes, do you know what is the first thing they teach you in a music class? क्या सिखाते हैं सबसे पहले music class में? Sargam. Very good. What's that sargam? Sa re ga ma pa. Very good. The sur. So if you know that sur, that is sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa. जो first note था ना सा वो फिर से repeat हुआ at the interval of 8. इसलिए उसको हम बोलते हैं musical octaves. So just like musical octaves, Newlands ने भी इसको musical octaves के जैसे arrange किया at the interval of 8. Now you might be thinking, मैम John Newlands तो English scientist था, उसको कहाँ से सारे गामा पाया? तो वो Western music सुनता था. Western music में भी सरगम होता है, जो आप देख रहे हो स्क्रीन पे, दो रे मी फा सो ला टी डो, फिर से सेम नोट आ जाता है. So that means they are called as octaves. So comparing them with the octaves of music, the table which was formed by Newlands was called as Newlands law of octaves. And what is exactly Newlands law of octaves? He first arranged the elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses. And then he found that every 8th element had properties similar to that of the first. And because he arranged them as the musical octaves, it is called as Newlands law of octaves. Clear, everyone? Everybody understood what is Newlands law of octaves? Once again, I'm repeating. First point kya hai? First point kya tha? He arranged the elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses. Second point, he found that every 8th element had properties similar to that of the first. And because it is compared with the, or it is having the similarity with the octaves in music, it is called as Newlands law of octaves. सबको समझ में आया Newlands law of octaves? Yes, can you help me, Tanvi, with this? What is the first point in Newlands law of octaves? Tanvi, can you unmute yourself, please?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, Tanvi, can you tell me what is Newlands law of octaves?
He arranged every law in
How did he arrange the elements in the increasing
order of 8
increasing order of their
of their
atomic masses? And then what did he found out? What was happening? At what interval should the properties repeat?
8.
So you can say that every 8th element had properties similar to that of the first. Very good observation, Meet. Here you can see triads also, because what they were finding, similarity in properties were same. No, if the element is the same, the repetition of property is also going to be the same. So Dobereiner ने भी triads बनाया और इसने octaves बनाया. समझ में आ रहा है similarity? Because all of them are following the same basic concept, that is arranging them in the increasing order of their atomic masses. But it's the only difference that Dobereiner took it in the form of a triads and Newlands took it in the form of octaves. But one thing if you also observe in this table is, can you see at two positions, he has placed two elements together. CO and Ni and Ce and La. Can you observe that? Cobalt and nickel, cerium and lanthanum. At one block, he has placed two elements. Now this should not happen. Because if you're having your timetable in the school also, if there's a slot 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, English period, math period, science period, you can't have two periods together in one slot, isn't it? Is that possible practically? No. Similarly, here also, if he has made a table, how can two elements be placed in the same block? So this is the error, or you can say this is the limitation which we had faced from Newland's law of octaves. Let's see how and why were the reasons for failure. Newland's का rule क्या था कि properties should repeat at the interval of 8. But Newland's arranged the elements only up till calcium. Now you might be thinking, man, previous table ने तो आपने हमें ज़्यादा elements बताया था. Yes, I showed you more elements, but the repetition of properties was happening only till calcium. After calcium, every 8th element did not possess properties similar to that of the first. जब ये rule है न्यूलैंड का octave का, तो ये सबको follow करना चाहिए. जैसे triads का भी सिर्फ few elements were following the rule, rest all of them were not doing it. Similarly, Newland's octaves, Newland's could arrange elements only up till calcium. After calcium, every 8th element did not possess property similar to that of the first. And what did Newland do? At the time of Newland's, only 56 elements were known. So, if 56 elements के basis पे उसने एक table बना दिया, he did not predict about what will be happening to the other elements which will be discovered later on. दूसरे elements का क्या होगा जो future में discover होगा. And not only that, he placed two elements in the same position because he had to somehow fit all the elements. Here you can see in the table, he placed two elements in the same position which differed in the properties, and he could not even explain the reason why they were kept together. And Newland's octave did not have any provision for new elements which will be discovered later on. So because of all these reasons, Newland's law of octaves failed, and we can also say they are the limitations of Newland's law of octaves. Once again, let us repeat Newland's का limitation. First problem क्या था? He could arrange elements only up till, let's see with the slide. Newland's could arrange elements only up till calcium. Why only till calcium? After calcium problem क्या हो रहा था? After calcium, every 8th element did not possess property similar to that of the first. Newland's knew only 56 elements, and later on several new elements were discovered which did not have any provision in the table. And in order to fit the existing elements, Newland placed two elements in the same position which differed in their properties. Now here, answering the question exactly how it is given in the textbook is not necessary, but taking all the terms into consideration is important. Did you all understand all the points which I have taught you just now in Newland's law of octaves ka limitations? Everyone? Okay, let me check. Anurag, did you understand?
Yes, miss.
Can you tell me what's the first limitation of Newland's law of octaves?
So it can be up to 51 elements only.
Sorry?
Yes.
Newland's ने किधर तक elements को arrange किया था? Up to which element?
Yes. 20.
No, there is no number. There is a name.
Is calcium.
Calcium. Very good. Yes, Moksh. Can you tell me why did he arrange only up till calcium? आगे क्या problem आ रहा था?
Every 8th element did not possess property similar to that of the first.
Very nice. Very good. Nicole, कितना elements पता था Newland's को? How many elements did Newland's know? Yes, Nicole. Correct. Mahi, Sahil, Ankita, correct. How many elements were known to Newland's? Riyansh, can you tell me?
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you, Riyansh.
Yes, ma'am. There were 56 elements.
And then
In
what happened
Newland.
later on? Several new elements were discovered. So what did he do to place the existing elements?
Ma'am, he placed the two elements in the same position.
Which differed in their properties. Very good.
Property.
Okay. So is the limitations clear to everyone? Anybody still having any doubts? We'll repeat once again. Limitations. Newland's could arrange elements only up till calcium. because after calcium, every 8th element did not possess properties similar to that of the first. At the time of Newlands, only 56 elements were known. Later on, several new elements were discovered. In order to fit the existing elements, Newland placed 2 elements in the same position which differed in the properties, and later on several new elements were discovered which could not be accommodated in the Newlands table. While classifying the elements, Mead, he classified only 56. So with this, we have understood that Newland's law of octaves has also failed. So next scientist whom we are going to study about today is in the year 1869. He is a Russian scientist. His name is Dmitry Ivanovich Mendeleev. Very, very important person, Mendeleev, very intelligent person. Mendeleev also used the same concept which other scientists were using. But Mendeleev gave us such good classification of element that Dmitry Mendeleev was called as the important contributor towards the classification of element. Rather, he was also called as the father of classification. Itna acha classification diya usne. And why we are talking so much about Mendeleev, you know, because Mendeleev had a very sad history, you can say. He had a small family, his parents, mother, father, and siblings. You know how many siblings he had? 17, 17. And he was the youngest of all the siblings. And again, itna sara bada family hai, to financial crisis tha. Father was blind, mother had to work in a glass factory. The glass factory also got burned. So he was shifted to another hostel, you can say, where St. Petersburg is the name of the place. In St. Petersburg, he got admitted and he was a good, bright, intelligent science student. And he was learning the subject of science, and gradually he got graduated from the same university and he became a professor in the same college. And while he was teaching his students, he realized that the elements are not yet classified properly. So if the elements are not yet classified properly, how is it that anybody can learn them? So that is the time when he thought, let me do the classification of elements. अब कोई भी classification करने बैठेगा, वो सबसे पहले क्या check करेगा? किसने classification को try किया है? Who has attempted and what were the reason for the failures? So he also did the same thing. He also did a research on the previous scientist, and he was a lover of cards. Card game खेला है सबने. I'm sure lockdown में तो सबने बहुत ही ज़्यादा खेला होगा. So he was also a lover of cards. He had slightly got an idea. He wrote, उसने एक कार्ड बनाया, जैसे हम cards होते हैं ना, ace, spade, and different colors. Like the same way, he also made cards ka set, and there he written the atomic masses. So he also arranged the elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses. The same thing he did. And at the time of Mendeleev, 63 elements were known. कितना elements पता था Mendeleev को? 63. और Newlands को कितना पता था? What is the number with Newlands? Very good, Sahil. 56. So 63 elements का उसने cards बनाया, properties read किया. After studying their properties, he arranged them in the increasing order of their atomic masses. Under properties, no, he concentrated more on the physical and chemical properties. अभी physical और chemical properties का मतलब क्या? जैसे melting point, boiling point, density, how they react with other substances. So under chemical properties, he concentrated more on the compounds formed by oxygen and hydrogen. After he was doing that, he found that elements had similar physical and chemical properties which were repeating at certain interval. अब फिर से हम सेम जगह पे लैंड अप हो गए. डॉबराइनर ने ट्राइड्स बनाया, मेंडलीव ने न्यूलैंड्स ने ऑक्टेव्स बनाया. अब मेंडलीव भी बोल रहा है प्रॉपर्टीज रिपीट हो रहे हैं, बट मेंडलीव ने एक रैंडम चीज ऑब्जर्व किया. व्हाट डिड ही से? दैट द प्रॉपर्टीज आर रिपीटिंग, बट व्हेन आर दे गोइंग टू रिपीट दैट आई डोंट नो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक फिनोमिना बताती हूँ, जैसे सनराइज एंड सनसेट. एवरी डे सनराइज और सनसेट होता है. डू यू ऑल अग्री? यस, एवरी डे इट इज गोइंग टू हैपन, राइट? हाँ इशिता, यू कैन रीजॉइन. Every day it sunrise and sunset happens. Is the timing fixed कि आज 6 बजे हुआ तो कल भी 6 बजे होगा, कल भी उसके बाद भी 6 बजे होने वाला है? ऐसा फिक्स है क्या? Are the timings fixed? No, but we know that this is going to happen, right? So such phenomena are called as periodic. उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? Periodic. मतलब जो phenomena repeat होगा, but कब होगा ये पता नहीं, तो उसको हम word देते हैं periodic. And that is why Mendeleev made one table which is called as Mendeleev's periodic table. What it is called as? Mendeleev's periodic table. इसलिए हमारे चैप्टर का नाम भी ना periodic classification of elements. अब ये टेबल को अच्छे से देखो और डरो मत, क्योंकि हमको लर्न नहीं करना है. ओके, वी डोंट हैव टू बाय हार्ट इट, बट यस वी हैव टू ऑब्जर्व इट केयरफुली. व्हिच इज द फर्स्ट एलिमेंट यू कैन सी इन द टेबल? Which is the first element? H. What does H stands for? Hydrogen. Very good. After hydrogen, which is the next element you can see if we go in the increasing order of their atomic masses? Very good. Li. Li stands for lithium. Very nice. अब ये lithium कहाँ place किया? Is it placed beside hydrogen? Is it placed below hydrogen? Below. So when the properties were repeating, he was putting them below. After lithium was beryllium, Be. अब Be का property same नहीं था, तो उसने below नहीं place किया, he placed beside. Then he kept on moving ahead. Beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. Fluorine के बाद जो next element उसको पता था वो था sodium. And sodium का property was same as that of lithium and hydrogen. So उसने sodium को कहाँ place किया? Below hydrogen, lithium and sodium. So if you observe the strategy, he was not going according to any number. He did not say कि हर second element के बाद मैं रखूंगा, हर fourth element के बाद change करूंगा, हर eighth element के बाद change करूंगा. He said the properties are changing, but when they are changing, that we don't know. So that is why the term periodic. अब और अगर थोड़ा ध्यान से टेबल को देखो, तो थर्ड ग्रुप और फोर्थ पीरियड में डैश डाला है इज इक्वल्स टू 44 डाला है. कैन यू ऑल लोकेट दैट 44? ये 44 नजर आ रहा है. उसके बाद 44 के बिलो एक और चीज है, देखो डैश 68. Adjacent to that again I have something which is 72. अभी यहाँ पे डैश लिखा है. Imagine the greatness of this scientist. He not only was able to classify all the elements known to him, rather he was also able to predict that in future there is some element which is going to get discovered which will be placed here. और उसका property क्या होगा वो भी उसने predict किया था. Imagine. So because that smartly he was studying the properties and placing the elements. On the basis of this Mendeleev's periodic table, he made one law which was called as Mendeleev's periodic law. And what does the law suggest? He said that properties of the elements are the periodic function of their atomic masses. Try to understand every term here. हमने एलिमेंट्स को प्रॉपर्टीज के बेसिस पे अरेंज किया, एटॉमिक मास के बेसिस पे, और उसको हमने बोला है पीरियोडिक फंक्शन. एंड आई होप पीरियोडिक टर्म इज क्लियर टू एवरीवन. सो लेट्स रिपीट आफ्टर मी. व्हाट इज मेंडलीव्स पीरियोडिक लॉ? Properties of the elements are the periodic function of their atomic masses. Once again, everyone, come on, repeat. What is Mendeleev's periodic law? Once again. Can you say it now? Properties of the elements are the periodic function of their atomic masses. Very good. Those who are able to say and those who are not able to say can see once again. So properties of the elements are the periodic function of their atomic masses. और इसके बेसिस पे एक टेबल बनाया जिसका नाम था Mendeleev's periodic table. कोई भी टेबल हम जब बनाएंगे तो उसमें रोज और कॉलम होगा. Like your timetable also has rows and column, right? Rows are the ones which are horizontal, columns are the ones which are vertical. उसने भी rows और columns बनाए but उनको एक नाम दिया. Horizontal rows were called as periods and vertical columns were called as groups. Come on everyone, repeat, don't sleep, repeat. Horizontal rows are called as periods and vertical columns are called as groups. Horizontal rows, periods and vertical columns are groups. So in this slide I have taught you three important statements. One is Mendeleev's periodic law and the rest two are what are periods and what are groups. So I would request all of you to write these three statements in your notebook quickly. Once you're done, raise your hand and let me know. Shubham and Malay, why aren't you switching on your videos? First, you will write what is Mendeleev's periodic law, that is properties of the elements are the periodic function of their atomic masses. Then you will write the last two sentences. Horizontal rows are periods and vertical columns are groups. Done, everyone? Those who are done can read these three statements. Mendeleev's periodic law is very important from board examination point of view, from your school exams, prelims. कहीं ना कहीं at least twice, thrice this asked in the paper. मतलब अगर units में आया तो semester में भी आएगा, prelims में भी आ सकता है. 2 mark question, simple definition. Still you have the capability to make it wrong. Talent है. Shravan, have you finished writing?
Yes, miss.
Can you tell me what is Mendeleev's periodic law?
On the base, in the base of this, Mendeleev started a law known as the Mendeleev periodic law.
I just want the law, nothing else. What is Mendeleev's periodic law? See, which is, the second statement है Mendeleev's periodic law. Properties of the elements are the periodic function of their atomic masses is Mendeleev's periodic law. वो start में लिखा है क्योंकि हम previous slide से continue किया है उसको. समझ में आया मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ? I hope you all have not understood it as कि on the base of Mendeleev started no उसको वो क्या law है क्या वो sentence है? समझ में आ रहा है? Riya, can you tell me? What is Mendeleev's periodic law?
Properties of elements are periodic function of their atomic masses.
Very good. Swara, can you tell me what are groups and periods?
The rows in a periodic table are periods and the vertical are groups.
Okay. Nabil, can you tell me what are periods and groups?
Horizontal rows in the periodic table are called periods. Vertical columns in the periodic table are called groups.
Very good. So everybody has understood. Vitisha, can you once again tell me what is Mendeleev's periodic law, please? Vitisha, you're still there with us? No. Gyani, can you help us? What is Mendeleev's periodic law?
Yes, miss.
Yeah.
Mendeleev periodic law is the element of the periodic function of their atomic masses.
Properties of the elements, you'll say. Properties of the elements.
Properties of the element are the periodic function of their atomic masses.
Very good. अभी इतना अच्छा classification दिया, that means there are certain very good features about Mendeleev's periodic table. So the next answer which we are going to learn today is merits of Mendeleev's periodic table. What are the good features we have found in the table? First thing, not only classifying the elements, Mendeleev also was able to revise the properties of certain elements depending upon the change in their atomic masses. So he also rectified the atomic mass of certain elements like beryllium, जिसका atomic mass he corrected from 14.09 to 9.4. तो इसलिए उसने beryllium का place भी change किया table में. It came before boron. And like I discussed, Mendeleev also kept some blank places in the periodic table. Not only left a blank place, he also predicted the properties of those elements even before they were discovered, and later on they were found to be correct. The elements which he told were Eka boron, Eka aluminium, Eka silicon. अब boron, aluminium, silicon word हमने सुना है. Eka क्या होता है? Eka means alternate or one after. Let's try to see this from the table. ये देखो, ये 3 blank places छोड़ा है मेंडलीव ने. अभी मैंने क्या बोला, उसने नाम बोला था इका बोरॉन. क्या तुमको यहाँ पे बी दिख रहा है? बोरॉन. वन आफ्टर बोरॉन ये एलिमेंट है ना, इसलिए इसका नाम हो गया इका बोरॉन. फिर ये एल्यूमिनियम का वन आफ्टर है, इसलिए इसका नाम हो गया इका एल्यूमिनियम. सिमिलरली कैन एनीबडी टेल मी 72 वाले का नाम क्या होगा? ये जिसने भी मेरी बातों को ध्यान से सुना होगा उसको पता चलेगा. लेट मी सी. रेयांश तो बहुत लेजी फील कर रहा है वैसे भी. शनाया, कृषा, अंकिता, माही, नम्रा, सार्थक, जिनेश. सार्थक मिस्टेक यहाँ ध्यान से देखो. स्वरा, वेरी गुड. So those students who are able to answer, you are correct. It is Eka silicon because silicon का one after है ना वो. So these are the elements which were predicted by Mendeleev. Predicted नाम ये था. What are they today called as? Eka boron is called as scandium. Eka aluminium is called as gallium, and Eka silicon is called as germanium. Once again repeat: Eka boron, scandium, Eka aluminium, gallium, Eka silicon, germanium. इतने बच्चों में से हार्डली 5 to 10 स्टूडेंट्स रिपीट करते, बाकी सिर्फ स्टेयर कर रहे स्क्रीन को. रिपीट: इका बोरॉन, स्कैंडियम, इका एल्यूमिनियम, गैलियम, इका सिलिकॉन, जर्मेनियम. रिपीट करना है, लिखना नहीं है. लिखने को मैं टाइम दूंगी. इका बोरॉन, स्कैंडियम, इका एल्यूमिनियम, गैलियम, इका सिलिकॉन, जर्मेनियम. अभी लिखो और मैं पूछती हूँ. लिखो. Finished writing? Now these are the predicted elements, and I have also compared. Predicted means जो उसने फ्यूचर के बारे में बताया, भविष्यवाणी बोलते हैं ना, जैसे हम कि आगे क्या होने वाला है, वैसा उसने प्रेडिक्ट किया है. So these are the predicted elements. जो आज वो elements का नाम है scandium, gallium and germanium. Let's see how what he predicted and what we have today is correct or not. Let's see कितना accurate दे सकता है कोई result. E का aluminium को मैंने एक random symbol बनाया E, और gallium का actual symbol is Ga. So first property is atomic mass. Atomic mass of Eka aluminium Mendeleev predicted was 68, और gallium का it is 69.7. Imagine, without even seeing the element, he was able to tell us this. Density, which is in grams per centimeter cube, he said it should be 5.9, and ideally today it is 5.94. Melting point, he did not give us a value. He said it will be low. Can you tell me what is the meaning of low melting point? क्या temperature होता है low का मतलब? What should be low? Means cold? No. Negative? No. क्या हो सकता है? किसी को आइडिया? Below? No, not below zero also. 100? No. 50? No. See, it means at room temperature. जो metal room temperature पे melt हो जाएगा ना, उसको हम लोग low melting point बोलते हैं. हमने exceptions किए ना metals का, mercury and gallium. So these are the exceptions which melt at room temperature, that is around 30.2. That means this metal will melt in your hands also. Formula of chloride ECl3. अगर मैं तुमको कोई फॉर्मूला देती हूँ, जैसे यहाँ पे दिख रहा है हमको ECl3, ये देख के क्या तुम मुझे वैलेंसी बता सकते हो E और Cl की? Can you tell me what is the valency of E and Cl? This should be, I think this everybody should be able to answer. Yes, tell me, क्या होगा E का वैलेंसी? E चाहिए मुझे. E के बेस पे कोई नंबर लिखा है क्या? नहीं. तो वो किसका वैलेंसी होगा? Cl का. Yes, Namra, very good. Cl का वैलेंसी is, yes, Krisha, correct. Ankita, correct. So those who don't know, we check, we do crisscross, no students. So E का वैलेंसी would be 3 and Cl का वैलेंसी is 1. इसीलिए crisscross करके बना ECl3. Similarly, gallium would be GaCl3. Oxides में बनाया तो E वाला बन गया E2O3. तो gallium is also today Ga2O3. ये दोनों basis पे depend करता है valency. And nature of oxide, he said it should be amphoteric. Amphoteric word सुना है हमने पहले? Anybody remembers what is the meaning of amphoteric oxide? ये amphibians के word के साथ मैंने relate करके last year पढ़ाया था. What are amphoteric oxides? Anyone? Okay, don't worry. Amphoteric oxide means which can react with both acid and bases. देखो, metal oxides are basic in nature, non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. जो दोनों से react करता है उसको हम बोलते हैं amphoteric oxide. So one example here is gallium. Clear, everyone? So can you imagine the greatness of this scientist, how he was able to classify the elements? First of all, he corrected the values of the elements, atomic masses. Second, he left blank spaces. He predicted their properties. He even gave their names, and the properties are found to be correct. Even after giving this beautiful classification of element, Mendeleev's periodic law failed. I know you people are very sad now. Currently, अभी तो sadness समझ में आ रहा है, थोड़ा बहुत मेंडलीव के लिए लग रहा होगा और थोड़ा और खुद के लिए भी वापस लग रहा है कि कितना सभी फेल हो रहे हैं और हम अभी तक करेक्ट पहुंचे ही नहीं है. Don't worry, जो मेंडलीव का हमने पढ़ा है ना, his concept was absolutely correct and how he was moving ahead was also correct. But there were small glitches which happened. Let me check how many scientists are sitting here. What do you think might have been the problem with Mendeleev's periodic table? For that, I will give you enough time. Don't worry, that I'm going to ask you in the next class. But that doesn't mean तुम next class textbook में से demerits पढ़ के और मुझे वही बता दो. Try to think and analyze. बराबर इतना classification correct जाने के बाद भी क्या error है? E stands for the symbol of aluminium here, Ankita. क्योंकि aluminium तो उसने assume किया ना, aluminium के जैसे दिखेगा. तो हम Al symbol नहीं ले रहे. E is a random symbol which we have taken for Ica aluminium. Got it? Everybody understood what we did today? Sure? Any questions? So let us discuss what is the homework now. No questions though. All right. So, okay. No is for what? I don't know. Somebody has written no and I don't want to take the name also. No is for not getting the homework. तो पढ़ के आना चाहिए था. So do not worry. Again, I'm not giving you any difficult homework. The homework remains the same for the students. Acha, no doubt. I'm sorry. No doubt you have written. So, जो बच्चों ने Dobereiner's law of triads नहीं learn किया था, उनको वो 2 times लिखना है. Other students, what we did today, we spoke about Newland's law and its limitation, and we studied about Mendeleev's periodic law and its merits. Everybody is having a textbook. If not, I'm pretty sure you all are having the PDF, right? PDF of the textbook, page number 19, पे merits of Mendeleev's periodic table है. So I want all of you to read that and come in the next class. No writing again, only reading. But please make sure you're doing that and coming for my next lecture. Will you do? That is what I can only ask for. Next lecture नहीं किया तो number of times will keep on increasing. Please do it and come. हाँ, वैसे डरने का तो कुछ है नहीं अभी. ठीक है. Let's see next class क्या होता है. All right. So you can leave the meeting if you have no doubts. If anybody has doubts, can stay back. Yeah, I'll put the homework on the group. What do you want? Can you tell me the Mendeleev's year? It was around 1869. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care. Please study well.